If you enjoyed my palm butter stew recipe video, then let me tell you, you are in for a treat today. You're going to be helping me make some delicious, spicy palava sauce stew, and we're going to eat it with some fufu. So if you are interested in how to make this yummy palava sauce stew, Liberian style, make sure you stay tuned. If you're West African or you enjoy West African food, then you've probably seen several variations of this dish. But when it comes to Liberian style palava sauce, you'll likely find some jute leaves in this recipe. I'm short on time, so I want to make this quick and easy. So I went ahead and grabbed some pre-cooked frozen packs of jute leaves for today. For my meats, I've got, you've guessed it, some goat meat, some country stewed chicken or hard chicken, and of course, I've got some stockfish. As you saw in my last recipe video, the smokiness and savory flavor of every Liberian dish is always attributed to the smoked and dried fish. So I've got a variation in my pot today, as well as some smoked turkey neck bones. I've also got some fresh pieces of fish that I will be adding to my pot just a little bit later. And listen, a lot of people around the world can take it or leave it, but I will be adding some clean chicken feet to my pot as well. So let's get started. Let's season the pot and add in some essential seasons like seasoned salt, black pepper, and of course, what would an African dish be without a couple crushed cubes of Maggi? The meats like the goat and the country stewed chicken or hard chicken take a lot longer to get tender, so we're gonna make sure to add that to the pot first, cook them down before we add anything else. And there you see me adding my stockfish as well, so I can start building that smoky flavor I need. I'm going to let this boil for about 20 to 25 minutes, or at least until tender. Okay, 25 minutes have passed. Let's check on our pot now. So as you can see, the flavor is starting to set into the meat and everything is starting to shrink and tenderize. So I think it's time to add more of our seasoning and flavors. I froze an extra batch of some raw blended peppers earlier, so I'm just gonna add a couple of spoons of that to the mixture. Now this is extra spicy, so add it to your taste. Just a little trick I learned from my mom, just to keep the cooking process a little bit short, is to add all of my frozen jute leaves to a separate pot and cook them down. So once my meat is nice and tender, I can just go ahead and add that to my broth. Okay, so after a few minutes, it looks like we're getting somewhere with those frozen packs of jute leaves. If I had to describe this dish or the leaves in this dish, I would say it's kind of like if spinach and okra had a baby. It's leafy, but it's also that nice, smooth, and stretchy texture that us okra lovers love. flavors have completely soaked into my meat and it's tender. So now it's time for me to add my smoked and dry fish, as well as the softer meat to the pot. Ready to add the jute leaves, so I'm just going to throw in a little bit of my frozen veggie onion pepper blend, as well as some more water. Next, let's add some chicken feet to the mix. Now these take a little while to get soft as well, so I want to make sure I get them in there while my pot is still boiling. I'm going to stir it up and we're going to let this cook down for another 10 to 15 minutes. Looks like it's ready to go. So let's add our fish on top so we can steam it a bit before we add our palava sauce. After about 15 to 20 minutes, we're going to remove our fish from the top of the pot so we can go ahead and mix in that palava sauce mix. We don't want to break up any of the fish into bits, so we make sure to take it out and then add it in once the dish is done. Here comes my favorite part. We're going to add that pre-cooked down jute leaf mix into the pot of our broth with all of our meats and spices and stir it together carefully by stirring from the bottom of the pot and not at the top. Now we're going to make sure that we don't stir it too much because we don't want it to lose that okra feel and texture. Been about 25 minutes of cooking our palava sauce mixed down with the meat. So we're just going to go ahead and add our palm oil to the pot as well and let that cook down. You'll know it's done when that palava sauce starts to soak up the oil from the top and it becomes more and more a part of the palava sauce. Change into this gorgeous, vibrant color. You can see the oil soaked in by everything in the pot and it's ready to serve. Now this dish can be enjoyed with rice or fufu or any kind of swallow, but today I'm going to be tearing this down with some fufu, of course. So let me know in the comments what you think. Would you try this? Have you tried it before? And what other African or Liberian recipes would you like to see me try on this channel? As always, guys, thank you for clicking play, and I will be sure to see you right here, same place, next time.